to Mindfulness Collective. This right here, right now, is the joy of being a live stream, coming to you live from Brooklyn, New York, folks. Very lovely to be here with you as always. What is up, folks? Where you at? What's happening? What's new? What's going on? I'm in BK and grateful for something specific. Let's say friend hang time. Summit Mind, welcome to the stream. Summit Mind, is this your first time here? I feel like we've seen you before, but I'm having a hard time remembering when. Let us know, everyone who's just joining us, where you're at, what you're grateful for, and we'll roll from there. Grateful for my lost neck face. Great. Necklace. It's like neck face. I don't know what that is. I was like, what is the reference? My lost necklace. Is it found? Is that why it's grateful? Or maybe you're grateful that it's lost. Screw that thing. Didn't need it in the first place. Glad it's gone. Yeah, just followed. Oh, just followed. Great. Welcome. Started a daily gratitude stream. Feel free to join. I will feel free to join. Will you post a link here for us? Welcome, by the way. This is people are just trickling in, but we have a little tradition. If someone's just joining us, we like to greet them in a particular way. So welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Great to have you here. Yeah, post a link. Love to hear about that. Daily gratitude stream. Great. Yeah, we actually promote folks to do the stream. So let me take a look. When do you stream, by the way? I'd be curious. Very interesting. Here, let me quick jump in. Let me get this link here. Thanks, Jean. Jean is a long time follower here. If anyone has two windows open, just go ahead and head on over to that link there that's in the chat and just hit follow. Go for that. And this might be a terrible person. Don't get me wrong. This might be a despicable, terrible person. And, you want to find that out on your own. But let's take a look. Follow it up, and then we'll go from there. Excellent. Weekdays, 7 p.m. ES. Holy crap. Okay. 7:30 EST. A little later in the morning in the weekend. Awesome. Cool. Well, I can't wait to find out more about it. Thank you so much for coming and saying hi. We're going to do some meditation. Maybe we'll even do some gratitude meditation just for the theme. Well, we'll be the judge of that. Okay, folks. So today is Freaky Friday. We are going to come up with our own meditation. But as we're thinking of that, as you're thinking of what challenges or interests or opportunities are coming up for you, that we could create our own original, unique, never been done before meditation, what I'm going to ask is for you right now to let me know where you're at, what you're grateful for. Where are you at, what you're grateful for. And we'll go from there. We have Jean here, morning from Brooklyn, grateful for friends who do kind favors. Isn't that nice? I think that, what did I say I was grateful for? Because I was thinking friend time. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, similar friend time. Excellent. And folks, it's Summit Mind's first time here, so feel free to welcome Summit Mind. Thank you so much for joining. They joined earlier before everyone else popped in. Morning from Wisconsin. Thank you for keeping it real. Bicep Washington is back. Welcome. Nice to see you, Bicep Washington. Man, I know who you are, but I'm trying to make the connection to your name. Chris? Wait, Chris? Tell me who your actual name is, because I remember-ish. Awesome. So folks, it's Freaky Friday. As I mentioned, we'll meditate on any topic or interest that you have, any challenge that you're having. David, I knew it was biblical in its magnitude. Max's friend. I knew you were Max's friend. I was just trying to remember the connection. I can remember Max saying your name several times. But what it was a mystery. So what is an interest? What is a challenge? Grateful for completing projects. Excellent. Very grateful for you completing projects so you could be here. What challenges, interests, opportunities, curiosities, queries, quandaries, or requests? That's my new list. Interest, opportunities, I forgot. Queries, quandaries, or requests. You have that we could build a meditation around. Hit me with that. I could just make something up. We already mentioned gratitude. We could do gratitude meditation, which would be fun. Mix it up. I don't think we do gratitude. Yeah, well, we've done some gratitude meditations, and often we'll use the thank you phrase as a sort of thing that can cut through any experience, no matter what it is. We express a degree of gratitude for it. That's something that works lovely, beautifully. What else, folks? What else are you interested in? And then we'll go from there. We will meditate for 25 minutes, and then we will jump into chit-chatting like kitty cats. I can also just make something up, no pressure, but I usually, after a little while, people start giving me all sorts of ideas over here. And yeah, you know what I realize? I'm going to start bringing Willow in here and have her sit next to me to teach her to be calm and sit next to me while I do the stream. A little tough to do, but I think it's possible. Okay, any other questions, requests, comments, curiosities, quandaries, or interest? I said request earlier. Yeah, what other things, folks? I'm out of beverage. I drank it before we started. So there we are. Okay, so folks, I'll start getting us ready here. We're going to meditate for 25 minutes. I'm going to encourage you to keep your body entirely still. Here's a question for Summit Mind. You do gratitude stream. Is it a meditation related stream, or is it just gratitude, which is actually, it would be really cool if it was, I mean, either way it'd be cool, but it's interesting. It would be interesting to see what that is. I'm curious. So we're going to meditate for 25 minutes. I'm going to encourage you to keep your body entirely still. That means no involuntary movement of any kind. No voluntary movement of any kind. Involuntary movement, what are you going to do? But there are two exceptions. One, if you wanna, you just need to wait 30 seconds or a minute so you know it's a conscious movement. It's not just unconsciousness, because if you just let the body move unconsciously and itch unconsciously and all this stuff, that is the same set of circuits of the mind just moving around unconsciously. And if you can stop it from doing that, it's actually a good feedback loop to see if you can keep the mind on track. Then the other part of it is, if you feel even the slightest bit overwhelmed, just try to make a little bit of an adjustment, and then if that doesn't work, you can make a bigger adjustment. If that doesn't work, you can go from there. So any requests, anything, any stuff that is coming up for folks, any challenges, because we're going to build a meditation for you. And you know, when I do this for corporations and whatever, I charge a lot of money. So this is free stuff. You just tell me what you want and I will build it. Summit Mind says, it's a boring. I disagree. First of all, thank you very much. I am subject to my opinions. Boring. We write gratitude, intentions, and affirmations. It's so cool. With a short reflection at the end. That is so lovely. We were talking about the challenge of consistency this week. The challenge of consistency. Excellent. Okay. The challenge of consistency. Okay, well, I don't know how to put this into a meditation, but I do have tips and tricks on consistency, so I will happily talk about that. Maybe I'll talk about it after the meditation. One of the best ways that one can be consistent about kind of any habit, but meditation is the one that I think about the most, is this monk that I know gave this great advice, which I really liked. Excuse me. What did he say? He said, commit with every ounce of your being to do it for 1 second a day. And he's like, it's not a trick to say I'm going to do it for 1 second, but that really means 10 minutes. The ability to trust yourself is so important that if you can do it for 1 second, it's transformational. And that's been my case. Whenever I slip away from my day-to-day practice, morning. Okay, great. Morning meditation. Whenever I slip away, morning practice. Whenever I slip away from my meditation practice, I do it for 1 second a day. I commit to doing that with I'm doing it no matter what. And there's no excuse for not meditating for 1 second a day. And I always shift the system back into this really lovely habit. So that's my top advice for actually carving out a daily habit. Okay, folks. So Great. So we're going to do a meditation. I'm hearing no requests, so I'll just make something up. I think we'll go with gratitude. And if this is helpful, you can feel free to, we'll have the playback. So if anyone wants to steal this and use it again, there'll be plenty of opportunities. So find a nice comfortable position that you can maintain for the duration of the sit. And when you're ready, we will begin. I have a feeling I'm going to need to clear my throat, so forgive me for that. That'll happen once or twice. And we'll begin. Beginning by taking a few comfortable deep breaths and just feeling the body rise and fall. This will be a gratitude meditation. So we can actually begin from the stance of gratitude. So as we begin to physically relax the body, including within that a bit of gratitude for our ability to do exactly this, grateful for our capacity to physically let go in the body. As we physically relax, perhaps the mind says, thank you, thank you. Feeling gratitude and thanks for our ability to relax the muscles in the head, behind the eyes, back of the tongue, allowing the jaw to go slack, no need to hold it closed. Relaxing the neck and the shoulders, the arms, and as we relax the hands, a moment of appreciation. The hands are packed with thousands or maybe even millions of nerve endings that give us all of this incredibly nuanced HD touch sensation. So feeling that, and at the same time bringing a little bit of gratitude for even the possibility to relax this high touch experience of the hands. Letting go of any need to control the breath, just letting the body breathe as it will. Noticing the natural tightening and relaxing of the upper chest and upper back as the breath comes and goes. Relaxing the belly and the lower back. Relaxing the hips, the upper legs, the knees and calves, and relaxing the feet. And then tuning into the overall experience of the body. So typically the mind will want to look for specific details. It'll be drawn to a particular sensation, but we're seeing if we can create a kind of soft capture of all of the body sensations in one collection. This means we'll have to let go of some detail, but we're honing in on an overall sense of the body, all body sensations that are available now. What does it feel like to be alive right now? The mind may answer in words or images, but we're asking a question for which the only answer is touch sensations, body emotion. What does it feel like to be alive now? It's quite rare that we appreciate, let alone even notice, the fact that what we're experiencing is life. Life itself. We're usually so concerned with it belonging to me and my story, my narrative, however many short decades that is, forgetting that what we're in direct contact with, in fact, all contact we experience, is life, is a force that's been moving through time and nature for billions with a B years. While our mind can hardly take in or understand even many thousand, it just doesn't go that high. It truly cannot perceive or understand billions, but we have direct contact with something that has been developing that entire time. So as we feel the body, having a little bit of humility, recognizing that the thing we call me, self, I, is very, very tiny. Compared to the signals, nuance, the textures of life animated itself. So in the mind, we're going to approach this experience of the body with appreciation if awe arises, embracing that. And our phrase will simply be, thank you. Thank you. As we take in the sensations of the body, thank you. Thank you. What does it feel like to be alive in this moment? And as we recognize this force within us, recognizing its tenacity, sometime 4 billion with a B years ago, somehow deep in the ocean, single-celled organisms came into being. Life itself occurred. For a moment, consider how deeply impossible that is. Out of seemingly nothing, life itself is born. In a cosmic chaos. This strange force appears, wildly tenacious, wildly curious, exploratory, dedicated to its own expansion. So much so that it evolved into multi-celled organisms. Confronted with countless experiences of death, threat, destruction, loss of food source, change of environment, all around it death. But it survived. It did the thing which is its nature, which is to live and expand and evolve all the way to the point of being small amoeba. And eventually even what we might call fish. Of course, each of these is different. Very different from the other, but there's some force running through them, a power. And that's the same force we feel directly in the body now. Thank you. Thank you. This strange force pushing, mutating, changing, searching for greater and richer ways to live. All the way to the point where it begins the search for food at the edge of the ocean, and eventually exits the waters of the ocean. Eventually, over millions of years, evolving to be able to make this move over and over. Amphibians, eventually small mammals, simple primates, complex primates, and eventually the form that we experience right here, the same kind of body. Hundreds of millions of years ago. Again, each of these movements of life, again, not just the idea, the sensations that we're feeling now, in fact, the sounds that we're experiencing, the mind's capacity itself to understand these words. Our sense of space, our sense of location, our sense of time. All of these are the same force expressing itself. Life expresses itself in the form of plants, in the form of sea life, birds, all of these countless forms. It's expressing itself, and here it is expressing itself in the form of a mind, the form of a body that can experience and reflect on its own existence. So feel that, and if it's possible, be thankful, thank you, appreciative, open to. Thank you. Recognizing that our ancestors, millions of years ago, were very much surrounded by danger and very much surrounded by death. But with great tenacity, great effort, this force navigates this maze of famine, mass migration, war, survives, survives, survives. And so what we're feeling in this moment, what we're hearing, what the mind is seeing, this is an unbroken chain. All the way back to that very first single-celled organism that appeared in the depth of the ocean. This is that. Thank you. Thank you. And the mind is very good at helping us make a connection, helping us understand the narrative we've been tracing, but it can often not know when to step back. So being sure that we are feeling this force in the body, not just understanding it. And like the flames of a fire, watching life express itself in the form of body sensations. Watching life express itself in the form of sound. What we're experiencing is not sound per se, it is life dancing and touching waves in the air. It's not a simple mechanism functioning, it is life itself. Imagine a microphone or a speaker literally powered by life. We don't need to imagine. This is what hearing is. And in the same way, this mind that has shown us all of these images that has helped us piece together the words, this too is an expression of life, expressing itself in the form of mental image, sense of space, sense of time. Even the sense that there is an observer. It's very helpful for survival purposes to create a sense that there is a person or an individual that is observing all of this. A unique self worthy of protecting. To recognize that this too, this experience of me or I, is the same force, and possibly ancient. Not just as old as life itself, but as old as the cosmos, making the span of 4 billion years seem microscopic in its scale. This is the same force of movement that brought these stars together. If If it were possible for life itself, if it were possible for the cosmos themselves to express their nature, to display their movements, their forces, if this were possible, it's important to know that that's what this is. This is a direct access point of all of that momentum. Forces larger than, richer than anything the mind can even know. This moment is direct access to all these cosmic living forces. Thank you. Thank you. And for a moment, knowing that everything we can experience is an expression of these same forces. There is no other experience aside from life expressing itself, of these cosmic forces expressing themselves. It's not just that we have contact with them, but all we are is that expression, that animation. Even any sense of separateness from that is that. There's no need to become it. We are nothing but it. So staying with the practice, staying with stillness, allowing a tiny bit of light to enter the eyes. Eventually allowing the eyes to rest on a single point as they fully open. And letting the spaciousness of seeing expand the spaciousness of awareness. And letting this particular moment be the great teacher that shows us how we might bring this practice into every aspect of our life. Okay, so making any adjustments you need to allow the body to be comfortable. And as you're doing so, not necessarily tossing away the meditation. Often when we finish a meditation, we'll almost like shake it off, like a duck shaking water off. So see if you can stay with some of that experience. And the more you can stay with it as you begin to move, as you begin to interact with the world, the more you're training the mind to bring meditation into the fabric of our daily lives. So, what was that experience like? What happened? And what are you like now? Pretty groovy meditation, a little groovier than usual, probably. I think at some point in guiding that meditation, I was like, this would be really helpful because I personally partake in, I am guided in psychedelic trauma therapy stuff. And I've since been developing guided meditations and things for people who are doing that work. And I've thought about at certain moments, like this would be actually really helpful for folks who did X or Y or Z or whatever. And I realized at that moment, I was like, this would be actually really good. So that's a little bit of the direction that it went, was sort of cosmic knowing, but hopefully it wasn't too weird, or hopefully it was just weird enough, just the right level of weird. So folks, what was that like? What happened? What do you like now? Feel free to use those digits to type that in. And P.S., there's Discord is almost done, guys. It's really almost cooked. Kim link forward. Sure. Okay, I'm jumping over to the voice chat here on Discord. We're going to have a new thing soon because they have a new. Oops, that's wrong. Wait, what? Channel management. I don't know. Is anyone else seeing this? Okay, that's whatever. That was a very weird thing that appeared on my side. Excellent. Okay, so that right there, the first link there is to our Discord. So if you want to chat by voice, often a much clearer choice than not. So coming soon is going to be something like a Zoom room where everyone will just be able to join the chat or the channel, and you can just hear my voice there. And then it can be like raised hands kind of thing. And I can just pull people up so it's no longer like in a waiting room and all that stuff. So very cool. And that is that. Okay, so folks, I'm here in the chat if anyone wants to voice, tell me what they're talking about, what they're interested in. And then I'm also listening to those. Use that digital technology to tell me what happened here. Jean says,
I really had to drag my mind back to the practice a few times, especially when someone was blaring mariachi-style music outside as you discussed the creature emerging from the sea. I was able to do it though, and felt particularly able to access the tenacity. You used the word tenacious early on. Great word. That such evolution required.
Yeah, it's cool if you can, as a contemplation, to shift to that recognition, because it starts to just, you recognize, wait, what I'm seeing is that same weird force, very weird force that expresses itself in all these different forms. It is, something that is expressing itself at this moment as life itself. Very cool, very fun. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this screen. Okay, great. What else, folks? What else came up? What happened? What do you like now? What happened? What do you like now? I'll look for, okay, any other reports? Anything else coming up for folks? What is up? What is this one? Oh, this is it. This is stage. Your mic will be muted unless you're invited to speak. You can leave and rejoin anytime without making noise. Request to speak in the conversation by raising your hand. Whoa. Okay, folks, I want to try this out. How do I invite people? Okay, I'm sending this. I'm the speaker. Okay, folks, this is what I want to do here. Anyone who's willing to follow this link, if you don't have a Discord, you'll probably have to just fill out the form. Summit Mind, feeling more centered, focused. Lovely, Summit Mind. That was I was like, Summit Mind probably left. Glad you stick around, or at least came back and pretended you did the meditation. That was a weirder one because I just got weird and stuff, but hopefully that was fun. Good times. I have other gratitude ones that are strange, less. I feel like I talked a lot, but hopefully it was fun. Hopefully it's a good time. Let's see. Oh yeah, so folks, there's the link I just sent to the Discord. This is a request. If anyone's willing to do service, jump over there to Discord. I want to see how it works, how it functions, if it works, all that stuff. So if you don't mind, if anyone's willing to. And in the meantime, I'm going to find out what Jean just said. As soon as you jump over there, you'll hear my voice, which is great. And you can just switch the audio to the to the Discord itself. Okay, Jean goes on to say,
Right at the beginning, there was beautiful bird song outside and I realized I liked it. For a sec I questioned whether I was clinging, and then you mentioned gratitude. Simple semantic question, would we say that I can feel gratitude for the bird song, and it's clinging only if I get super upset if it stops?
It's funny because in a way what gratitude is skillful clinging. So it's a very weird, once we get into the realm of really, really looking at what clinging is, it gets very strange, because basically right now, that if you can understand the words that I'm saying, if the mind is putting them together in any sort of way that makes sense, which would be unlikely given knowing me, that's the mind clinging. It is holding on, it's creating a narrative. So there's all these levels at which the mind clings. So the first level, you could say, would be like thoughts. And often we think we are our thoughts. I am my thoughts, that's who I am. The next level would be emotion, like our emotional narrative, going all the way back to like childhood. I am this same person. So we let go, I'm not my thoughts. And often, meditation, if it's really good, it'll get us to a place where we realize I'm not my thoughts. Great, but there's a lot of room to grow as well. The next level, you might say, would be emotion. And that emotional narrative, I am this story that's lasted all the way through this, all the way there. All the way from the beginning of time, and I have to fight to keep this thing safe, etc. So that's also the mind clinging. Then there's time and space, just the idea that I'm a moment in time and a moment in space. Eckhart Tolle, who I really like, a lot of his practice is to tell you what you are is a moment in time, this particular time. That's who you are. That's what your essence is. Great. But there is stuff beyond that, which is the sense that there is, if you can even see that, that time is actually something being created by the mind, space is something being created by the mind. Past that is this sense that there is an observer, there's observing happening, there is a self or person observing. If you can let go of that, now you're entering the realm of like the non-dual, where there's no inside or outside, there's no self and world. It's the whole thing is a mash, non-duality. So when we say gratitude, what we're doing actually is skillfully going to the level of emotion and imbuing that with we're investing in it. Now, is that bad because we're actually doing clinging? Well, no, because we're going to cling anyway. The system is going to cling and push and pull in all these different ways. So it's actually very fruitful to allow ourselves to go to that level of emotion and invest in it, because the system's going to do it anyway. So why not invest it in something that's valuable to us? So when you say, is it clinging? Unless you don't exist, I know that sounds very like grandiose, but there is clinging occurring. So, that's worth mentioning. So what I would say is that you can cling to gratitude, you could cling to whatever, but if you can see the clinging itself as also empty. Oh, look, there's the system clinging. One of the most powerful meditation phrases that you can say in your mind is, of course. If you can see that clinging, you like the bird song, and even the reaching out, like, oh, I love the bird song, there is a kind of grabbing onto that. If you can see that as transparent, as empty itself, it's actually, there's another level of like pleasure that can come from it that is not possible if you want more of it. So that's worth knowing, is that you actually get more pleasure out of it. What you get mostly is neutrality, which people are often disappointed by because it doesn't feel as good, but you learn to love that in a way that you can't with pleasure. So hopefully that answers your question. Question mark? 0 people are over on Discord. Folks, I'm going to stop paying you if you don't if you don't get to work over here. One more time, I'm just going to put this in the chat. You don't have to do it. I'm not going to dock anyone's pay. It's funny because actually I think there's one person here we are actually paying. So I'm never going to dock your pay. Yeah, so feel free to jump on. It would be helpful, but no pressure if you can't or don't want to. I just want to test it out. What other questions, queries, curiosities, interest opportunities are available for you? What's up? Let's see. Yeah, what is up, folks? What is up? What is up? Okay. I clicked it. Great. Let's see. Let's jump in here. Oh, great. I have someone here. Jean, you're here. Jean, so I'm going to ask you to switch your audio over to Discord. And then let me know if you can hear me. Someone just texted. I doubt it's you. Yeah. So tell me if you can hear me here in Discord. And in fact, what I'll do is, can I just make you a role member, whatever? You have to raise your hand, I think. You can hear me, and you can hear me through Discord. Will you do me a favor now? Raise your hand, because I'm basically just trying to test this out. So raise your hand here. Can I make you speak? No. Unmute, mute, unmute, disable video. No. Let's see, digital input. I'll put it great. Yeah. Okay. So okay, hand is raised. I see you here. It's like it's a new interface. I never use it. Allow everyone. Okay. Unmuting you now. Invite sent. What? Oh, there you go. Hi, Jean.
Hi. I just accepted it. Can you hear me?
I hear you perfectly. Excellent. Here you are. Anything to say now that you're audible? You don't have to say anything. I'm just testing.
No, I just that I had to mute the stream because
Echo.
This chat is in real time and the stream is in the past, and it was jangling my brain.
Yeah, the echo is real. The echo is real. Okay, excellent. Good. I'm curious. I'm always curious how big the lag is, but it's usually about like 10 seconds or something, which is amazingly long, surprisingly. How's your day, by the way?
Good. Great. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything to report? Anything fun that's happening today? What are you doing to enjoy the weather? Today's Friday, right? Yeah.
It is Friday. It's kind of rainy. I have a new rose bush, so I was thinking I would go outside and dig a hole and plant it before it starts raining again.
Dig it up. Great.
Yeah.
Cool. Rosebush. Sounds exciting. Very fun. Yeah. Well, we'll have one more rosebush in Brooklyn, which is what we need.
Yes. That was the nice favor that my friend did for me. He dropped off a rosebush. So.
Great. Okay. Excellent. And then what was I going to say was rosebush, and at some point you should meet Willow since we live so nearby.
Ooh, I would love that.
Yeah. Nice. Excellent. Okay. Let's do it. I wish I had. I wish Willow were. I'm going to try to either train Willow to sit on the floor next to me or sit something, because it's always like she's in her cage, and I think she's a little less crazy now. If folks don't know, let's see. Nope. I'm trying to get rid of. Here, I want to show people what the puppy. Oh, so this is the puppy. I don't know if you can see this, but this is what the puppy looks like. So I'll bring her out soon enough. Okay, I'm gonna stay right there. I want to see what happens if I can I put you in the audience? Can I mute you? How do I? It's not a thing where I can just control and mute you. So okay, so then what I'm gonna, let's say, or can I do it here? No. Well, this is a little tough because it's it means if someone comes on here and is trolling, I could potentially not get rid of them. I can mute myself.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to mute myself also. Oops.
I think you'd have to say go to audience. There's a things move to audience button. Let's see. Oh, I just moved to audience. Okay, I just moved to audience, moved out of audience. Thanks, folks. We're just trying this thing out. As people accumulate on the stream, we're just figuring out the technicals. Okay, well, I always say we'll just test this later. Anyway, any other questions, reports, interests, opportunities, curiosities, or queries that folks are curious about in terms of meditation, how to make your life better, more fun, good times for all, as I sit here with Jean and try to figure things out. Oh, here we go. I think I can mute you. Watch, I'm going to mute you right now, and you'll probably be muted. I think you're muted now. Okay. So you are muted. That is good that I have that power. I think you're unmuted now. And I think, yeah, there you are. You're back in the audience. Okay, great. Well, now I know. At least I can mute people. It's not like a thing where I'm stuck with everybody forever. Okay, very cool. I think that's going to be our new link for, this is how we'll handle people chatting on the stream. If anyone else wants to chat on the stream, here's the link. Yeah, any other questions or curiosities? Anything else coming up for folks? What is up? And if not, we'll slide away. I'll go play with the puppy and move along. It's noon, so I can now eat chocolate. Good times for all. Yeah, what's up, folks? What's new? What's happening? What's the steez with you? Good times. Okay, folks, sounds like we're pretty chill today. We're just sliding into our work day. People are probably, they're working in the, in the mind with just the live stream in their ear. So great work there, chipping away at those coal stones. So folks, great to see you. Great to be here with you as always. As always, we're very happy to be here. Let's do a little bit of a return to our meditation as the music. Know and connect with the fact that what you're experiencing is life itself. It's not just music playing in the background and you're at your busy work day. It is the expression of life itself, this primordial force going all the way back, all the way back. Quick reminder, our friend here, Summit Mind. Let's see if I can find the link one more time. Anyway, the Summit Mind let us know that at 7:30 a.m. they do a live stream, which is a gratitude live stream. Sounds lovely. So give it a consideration, and great to see everybody here. As always, practice well, take care of each other, have fun, and we'll see you all very, very soon. Bye.